So right now the game started and we have Shakura's Plateau. It's the quarterfinal of the Copenhagen Games. It's game number 1 between Grubby and TLO. The little one playing as Terran. Grubby is obviously a Protoss player, and we have those two guys just bantering a little bit. They know each other very well. They train together and now just making some fun, both playing at the stage, obviously. And of course, yeah, I don't think that any of those two players is really nervous. They are both experienced players, and we have a PvT once again, and let's just have a look at what's happening in that match. We have Shakura's Plateau, as Mana, who's casting with me today, already mentioned. And Mana, what do you think we'll see on this map?
I think Grubby will go for the fast expand once again, and TLO, we all know that he's a very creative player. Nobody can predict what he's going to do. For now, they are placing gateways and barracks, so that's pretty standard for now. But later in the later stage of the game, we'll see probably the fast expansion, as I said, for Grubby, and I don't know, from TLO.
Yeah, so right now we're just showing you a little bit of an impression of the APM of those two guys, which is quite impressive, and in the meantime they are just making a little bit fun of each other. So we have already TLO going for more STVs. He's placing his first production building, and we have the scout for Grubby. Grubby just scouting his opponent right now. TLO and Grubby both have been commentating already at this event, and I really hope that they will join me again in the commentator booth. But for now, they are playing in the quarterfinal, and this is going to be quite interesting. Grubby, of course, being a former Warcraft 3 pro gamer, probably the most achieved player out there, especially when it comes down to the European players. And the little one, he is really one of the most famous players of Europe in Starcraft 2 due to his innovative tactics and his strategies, and he has to prove that he's able to take this game and to advance to the semi-final. We have gas for Grubby as well as for the Protoss, for the Terran player, and of course, once again, the Cybernetics core is being warped in by Grubby, whereas he's scouted by TLO in the meantime.
And now Grubby tried to block with Pylon the command center of TLO, because he's doing the very fast expansion without gas, but actually it didn't work very well, because TLO can just lift off and place the command center very close once again. And TLO is scouting very well with his SCV. He didn't even.
Oh, and Grubby trying to get that SCV, but doesn't work. TLO is escaping with the SCV and is still scouting the main base. This is not Warcraft 3 a lot. Yeah, Grubby's certainly right about that, but well, better late than never. So now he killed it with a Stalker, and I actually like that. Those guys, apparently, obviously they are taking that game very serious. It's the quarterfinal already, yeah. But they are still able to have some fun, and I enjoy that quite a lot. We have 3 additional barracks for TLO right now, so he's playing with 4 barracks, and we have an expansion for the Protoss player as well.
And yeah, there's a fast expansion by both of the players, and now Grubby is a little bit aggressive, and with a good micro, TLO can deal a lot of damage. Oh, actually one Marine is dying, and the second one as well, and third one, and the Zealot now is out, and Grubby is faced to the retreat. He could have done some micro, but he can't do that because of the ramp. Right here he can see the upper ground, and he's still there with his Stalker, and the Nexus is almost done. He's not adding any additional gateways. He's placing a second geyser, and TLO is placing the 2 geysers at once, and he has already 4 barracks, so he's spamming out a lot of Marines right now, and he's lifting off his command center to make it in the right position, and he's sending a mule to get a lot of income.
Yeah, right now we have 7 Marines on the field and the bunker by TLO, whereas Grubby is now finishing the warp in of his Nexus. Yes, 3 Stalkers so far, 28 probes against 23 SCVs, and these two Stalkers are just trying to snipe an occasional Marine. He's not able to do so. He already killed some units, and the Stalker with 4 kills was able to pick off the Marines earlier and the SCV as well. So let's have a look at the main base of Grubby, where the player from the Netherlands is just warping in his robotics facility, adding another 2 gateways, and of course we have TLO attacking as well. He's right now going for factory and adding the first tech lab to one of his barracks.
I like the positioning of the Stalkers for Grubby, because he knows that there's not any Marauder with the conclusive shells coming up very easily right now, and he can just deny any scouting with SPVs by TLO, so that's a very nice positioning right now, and the robotics facility is almost done by Grubby, and there's still 4 racks by TLO, pumping up Marines, and combat shield right now. I think that TLO is going to do a little bit of timing attack with combat shields. When they are done, he's going to move out.
Yeah, he's going for the starport right now, and as you already mentioned, the combat shield is being researched in the single tech lab that we see for now. And once again, Grubby just poking in a little bit, having a look at what's happening and at how many Marines there actually are. And there are quite a lot of them. And in the meantime, we see more starports for this opponent. We have 2 additional starports. The Liquid TLO is, no, he's actually building 3 starports right now. That's
oh my god,
quite a lot.
I think this is going to be a heavy Banshee army, actually, and the 4th starport is coming up for TLO. So he's going for 4 barracks, and... Oh, okay, nothing happened. So, the 4 starports by TLO, and 1 with Tech Lab, 2nd one with Tech Lab as well. The 3rd one will be with Tech Lab.
We will see a lot of Banshees. He played Banshees against Elfie as well, not that many though. And we have Grubby with some sentries in order to block the ramp with force fields if need be. And of course, the Protoss player is going for the Colossi. He's adding a forage. He already has the robotics play in place and is researching the extended thermal lens upgrade. In the meantime, we see a Raven being built for TLO, and he's still concentrating on Marines. He has a lot of Marines. Is moving out trying to kill the Stalker, not able to do so. 27 Marines right now for TLO. Grubby dealing some damage to those Marines. He's actually, Grubby has a very, very good micro. He being a former Warcraft 3 player, his micro is excellent, and he's picking off Marines. He's picking off Marines and trying to put some pressure on his opponent. He's sneaking into the main base of, oh my god, Grubby is not scouting the starport.
He doesn't know anything.
He's actually waiting with his observer right there. I was about to say that he will be aware of the situation in a second, but he is not. He doesn't know what's happening. He's researching the +1 attack upgrade, and we have 4 Banshees being built for TLO right now. This can be brutal. Grubby has to scout. He needs to prepare against this push.
Yeah, of course, he doesn't know anything about this Banshees. Now he's moving with the observer, and now he sees the double starport. He sees the 3rd one as well. So I'm not sure if TLO is aware of that he does know right now. I think Grubby must make 2 Stargates right now, or even 1, to make Phoenixes to deal with the Banshees, because otherwise it will be so hard because of the point defense run by TLO, and now he's there fighting in the middle, and very nice timing with for Grubby actually with the Colossi, so he can deal very well nice forces.
Nice job by Grubby killing those Marines, and TLO is retreating right now. TLO is retreating. He started to push out, but Grubby faced him in the middle of the map, was able to pick off the enemy's Marines, and as you can see, 17 units killed, so he killed a lot of Marines of his opponent. Very well done by Grubby. Taking a 3rd base now. There's no Stargate for him, and here comes the fight. Immediately the Colossus is attacking the Marines, and what does TLO do? He should focus. The Colossi is doing exactly that.
Nice.
The Colossi is down, and now Liquido going in for the kill. Grubby trying to retreat with his army. The 2nd Colossi is ready, and once again the Stalkers are just trying to focus those Banshees. There are a lot of Banshees already, and TLO is building, is producing more additional Banshees, even researching the cloaking ability. More force fields by Grubby are supposed to hold off the Terran forces, and all those Marines get a lot of shots by that single Colossi, but it dies to the attack of TLO, and the Terran player is way ahead in supply. He's 30 supply ahead, attacking right now. The Colossi is not dead yet. Nice micro by Grubby. Oh, he's losing the Colossi, but TLO loses his Banshee as well as the Raven, and now all his Marines die. Grubby with a nice defense against the opposing player. That was not too shabby by the player from the Netherlands, but still, who do you think came out ahead in this fight?
I think definitely... Oh, I'm not sure if he lost the Raven. He lost the Raven as well, yeah?
Yes, he did.
Yes, so now I think the Grubby is a little bit ahead, because he has already the 3rd expansion already done, so he needs just to switch probes right there, and he has the full tech as well. And his upgrades are 1-0 to attack, so he's making a Twilight Concert right now. I think he's going to make a Storms right now, and TLO is adding 2 additional barracks, and he keeps pumping Banshees, but no, now he's making Raven and the Medivacs, finally Medivacs, and TLO still has six Banshees and the third base already done as well. So I think it's pretty even right now.
Yeah, 3 bases, but a little bit behind in the work account. And we have TLO with the third base as well. He has the orbital command in place already and called down all those mules. So his income is huge. He's on 2,300,
He's doubling Grubby.
400. Yes, that's pretty insane right now. And let's have a look at Grubby. He's behind still in supply. He's behind with about 30 supply right now. And TLO he's adding the armory. He's adding the armory and adding units left and right now. Using the cloaking ability, and Grubby immediately starting to build another starport, going for the Templar Archives right now, and another Colossi is annihilated by the Terran forces, and Grubby in a lot of trouble right now. He's being pressured by the Terran player, and 145 supply against 107 is quite a huge difference in supply count. As you can see, the third base is being attacked, so right now we have TLO moving in the force field, don't block off the choke, and he's attacking the third base of his opponent, sneaking in two additional Banshees into the main base of Grubby right now, and there's the fight between the two players. Immediately Grubby is trying to put some defense on with his Guardian Shield, but the cloaked Banshees are dealing a huge amount of damage, and TLO is in a beautiful position against Grubby right now, and Grubby retreating. He will lose his third base, so this is going to be game if Grubby is not able to pull ahead with some magic trick, maybe get up Storm, but I don't think he has enough time to do so.
And the two additional Banshees in the expansion of Grubby dealt a lot of damage. He killed like 10 props already, and he's losing the third right now. He has a lot of Marines, a lot of Marauders, 3 Medivacs, and some Banshees as well. I think this is the unique composition that Protoss doesn't want to deal with. And if there was a Raven as well in this army, it would be huge, and I think there's like nothing Grubby can do right now. He doesn't have that much, and TLO is adding 4 additional barracks right now, and TLO is moving in a lot of Marines and Marauders. 4 Banshees focusing Colossi, and Colossi is dead right now. TLO is playing just insanely.
Yeah, and he kills the expansion of his opponent as well. He's going for the natural expansion. Here comes the GG, well played, and Grubby leads the game. The first map goes to TLO and taking the lead in the series. Okay, here we are. It's the second match between Grubby and TLO. TLO is leading 1-0. The audience is pretty excited about that game, so are we. And in case you're wondering, that's not Mana commentating with me. No, that's Fuser. This time Fuser already lost in the tournament, and now he's commentating the second game with me. Grubby against TLO. Grubby starting at the left side of the map as the blue Protoss player, and we have TLO starting on the right side as the red Terran. And yeah, you being a Terran player yourself, what's your take on that map? What do you think?
Well, the map is kind of good for fast expansion because there is a little way where the Protoss can come to your base, so it's really easy to make a lot of bunkers and defend it easily. And the main base ramp is really small, so if he's going for 4-gate push or something, you can make bunker and he can destroy you automatically.
If you face a player like Grubby, for example, you faced him earlier on and you lost to him. Yeah. You try to play with a lot of drops, for example. Would you recommend that to TLO on that map?
No, because I lost with it. It wasn't that good. Everyone could see.
Okay, simple as that. What would you recommend TLO to do?
Well, I was actually going to do the double starboard Banshee roost versus him, but the Grubby stole my gas, so I wasn't allowed to do it, but I recommend that because there are so many good ways to come to the Protoss player main base. There are a lot of space where you can come with air units.
What do you think? TLO taking the first win, do you think Grubby will be able to win that match? Who do you think is in general a little bit of an advantage on this map, the Terran player or the Protoss?
Well, I think it's kind of even, but the TLO has played the game much more than Grubby. I mean, Grubby has a lot of experience on playing on stage and so on, but still the TLO has played the game like 1 year and Grubby has like 4 months or something.
So you think Grubby is with a small disadvantage to the